Today I'm on the Street of the Knights in Rhodes. This is the heart of the old town, and at the top of the street is this rather wonderful loggia, and it's got some key features here which provide quite a good lesson in architectural history. So first of all, what is a loggia? Well, this is an open space, open to the elements, and it often has these series of arches. That's known as arcading. And you might see these in public spaces, so perhaps a public square, like there's a famous one in Florence, or you might see it in the gardens of people's private houses. So how is this arcading formed? Well, here we've got these three arches on either side, and these are formed by these two huge pillars. They're quite strong and stout and sturdy, and at the top they've got this wonderful horizontal stonework, this carving that's in a rope pattern. That's probably because this is a port town, so it's a nod to the ropes from the ships. And springing out of these piers, we have these three ribs. This is known as the springing point. The central rib springs out at a 90-degree angle from the pier. This is a transverse rib, and the other two are diagonal. And these are the diagonal ribs. And the diagonal ribs meet in the center. And at this point, there's often a bit of decoration, perhaps some heraldry, perhaps the initials of the patron or the donor of the building work. And this section here, this decorative element, is called a boss. Now, all of this together is known as the vaulting. This is an example of rib vaulting, but there's barrel vaulting, that's very simple. There's groin vaulting, and there's fan vaulting. Fan vaulting is particularly elaborate, very decorative. And whenever you go to cathedrals or churches, you can often see examples of this. So if you go to places like Salisbury or Winchester Cathedral, there's amazing vaulting there. Or sometimes you can go to particular tombs where there's examples of vaulting. So if you go to Worcester Cathedral, there's the tomb of Arthur Tudor, which has some vaulting there. Or if you go to the divinity schools in Oxford, there's some amazing vaulting. It's very ornate, very elaborate, and the ceiling is covered with bosses. So hopefully that's a quick little lesson in some elements of Gothic architecture. The key point with the Gothic, of course, is that it has this pointed arch. But something to look out for when you're next out and about on your historic adventures.